We're on.
You got this.
We're on, Dan.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just nervous.
Oh.
Hello. My name is Dan Salvato. I'm probably best known for my Yoshi Story speedruns. We're doing Yoshi Story all melons. It's basically the 100% category of this game. I guess I'll help introduce my commentators on the couch. This is Carl Sagan, 42. Carl's going to be doing the Super Mario Maker troll level race later on in the event, so that's something to look forward to. And my other commentator here is Wolsk. Thank you. And Wolsk is going to be running OneFest 22. Please do not miss that run, even if you don't know what it is. You will love it. So a couple of things. The first is that All Melons is an extremely brutal speed run. If I miss a single melon, I have to restart the level entirely. If I accidentally eat an incorrect fruit, I have to restart the level. For the sake of not being the first run of the event to fall behind schedule, I'm just going to keep going if that happens. You don't need to see the whole level all over again. I don't want to waste everyone's time. So the run will technically be invalid, but I think that's the best way to do it. The second thing is that in the 11 years that I've been speedrunning this game, it is the only game that I've been speedrunning in all of that time. And I can't tell you how much it means to me to be up here and be opening for this event. I've loved GDQ so much all of this time, and it means the world to me to be up here. So, thank you everybody for allowing me to do this and to make this happen. And with that, I think we are ready to get started. So let's get a countdown going, starting with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and we start this run on reset. Welcome to Yoshi's Story. This is a very fun, charming, and strange game. And from a speedrunning perspective, basically everything in this game wants to slow Yoshi down. Like licking, throwing eggs, eating things, ground pounding. These all slow Yoshi down in some way, and so we need like a really intricate understanding of all of Yoshi's different states in order to keep him in states that prevent him from slowing down. So you're going to see me eating a lot of things in the air, first of all. You're going to see me jumping when throwing eggs at a certain timing in order to prevent slowdown while throwing eggs. And you're going to see techniques to mitigate lag for ground pounding, and all kinds of stuff throughout the run. But this is a pretty straightforward level. It's 1-1, the easiest level in the game. So it'll just give you a little bit a taste of what the movement is like. You'll also notice when I reveal a ground pound melon, oftentimes I run past it and lick it backwards. That's because Yoshi accelerates faster when he's on the ground, so I want to get a running start on the ground before turning around and licking it backwards in the air, which I can do without losing much speed because this game has analog controls. All right. So when I do this ground pound here, there's 0 lag at the end of the ground pound. There's normally about 40 frames of lag, and you see like a cloud of dust fly in the air. But we do what's called a dustless ground pound, where if we ground pound right next to the ground, then there's no dust that comes out, and we have no lag, but we can still use it to uncover these melons. Okay, and I'm just selecting these paths by slightly angling the stick up or down, depending on which path that I need to take. And we're coming up towards the end of the level here. And you're going to see me mashing lick a lot while I'm jumping as well. I'm going to explain that a little bit later on, but that's very important. It makes this game extremely button mash heavy. Let's see if I can get this. All right. We call that the swallow cancel unbuffered dustless. Let's go.
All right. And we are done with the first level. All right.
Yucky!
So let's try to explain how the level order works in this game. I'm collecting these big red hearts called special hearts.
after you finish a level in a certain world, it takes you to the next world right away. So I'm not doing 1-2, 1-3, 1-4. I'm immediately going to World 2. And for each special heart I collect in that level, I have an additional level in World 2 accessible to me. So without getting any of them, I would only have 2-1. But since I got all 3 of them, I have 2-4 unlocked. And so I'm going to go to 2-4 now. So in this run, we need to play all 24 levels. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to play through the game 4 times. It's a 4-lap run, as we call it. And that's going to allow us to hit all 4 levels in each world over the course of 4 playthroughs. It's time to jam, by the way. This song is an absolute bop. Okay, whoops. And now's a pretty good time for our first donation, I would say.
Hi, everybody. My name's Jaypeg. How y'all doing? All right, Dan, we already have some love coming in for you. $25 from Mitt Host that says, "Hi, Dan. Joey here. Congrats for getting all melons into GDQ after all these years. Wishing you luck on your run." And $50 from Pope Karis that says, "Well, I certainly won't be melancholy during this run. Have a great GDQ, everyone."
I'm so happy the puns have started already. Do you guys know why Yoshi loves puns so much? Because he loves to bring ha.
Oh, no.
Keep those puns coming, everyone.
Actually, that was a pretty good one. I can't be too mad.
It's pretty solid.
So, in this room, I'm in this pit, and I have to, like, wait for the correct ghost platforms. It's completely random. See, it's not even on the screen. So, I'm gonna do some flutters here to see if I can, like, back this up. Oh, no, I wasn't quite high enough. And this is why. So I said I mentioned we do 4 playthroughs in order to complete this run. This is one reason why we do this lap first out of the 4 laps, because of that one room. If that takes too long, like it just did, then I would normally just reset. Like if I'm going for world record attempts, it's not worth the time loss. And then here you're gonna see me charge and cancel eggs a bunch of times. So I'm super happy right now, which is why that little flower is having a good time in the corner. That's kind of like the superstar in this game. Yoshi's invincible. He has infinite eggs. His tongue is longer and has some other special properties. And because of the infinite eggs, if I charge and cancel egg throws like that, they just get added to my inventory. So I had no eggs, and now I have 6, and I'm going to be doing that a lot throughout the run. It's especially convenient because if you collect 6 of the same fruit in a row in this game, it spawns a heart fruit, which you can use to become super happy. Well, guess what? We're only getting 1 fruit, so we're going to be seeing a lot of those heart fruits, and I can take advantage of those properties a lot throughout the run. And speaking of which, we should probably also explain what's so special about melons and why we get all melons and not some other fruit. That is because melons are designed to be a special collectible in this game. Usually the melons are like hard to find. You have to beat a little puzzle or a special challenge in order to get the melons. And there are exactly 30 melons in every level. So the exact amount to get all melons, and that's not true for the other fruit. So it's basically, it's created as an official challenge in this game to try to get all the melons. It's an extremely unfair challenge, which is why I think they just don't acknowledge it in the game. Like it's there, but they didn't want to encourage you to do this to yourself, basically. Okay, and this level has a lot of box pushing in it. That's something that we do not look forward to in this run, but we got to do it to get the melons. And a lot of screen transitions too, so yeah, it's a little bit slow for that reason. I think we can get a couple more donations.
Sure thing, absolutely. I have $25 here from Dzod that says microwave. And then $30 from Edgy Miku that says, "We're all cheering you on, Dan. Don't forget to #win, Yoshi Stare."
Oh my god. Dzod and Miku are from the Yoshi Story speedrun community. So shout outs to them. Thanks so much for your donations and for your support.
Time for a couple more?
Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely. We have $25 from Lycheer, which, let's see if I can do this one. Yoshi, Yoshi, bring pa! And $25 from Gremlin's Cookie Provider that says, "You can do it, Yoshi. Make Dan look good."
All right. I was really close to accidentally going back in that pipe there. Sometimes you land on the ground and you're tempted to hit up to lick upwards, and then Yoshi just saunters back into the pipe and the melons are gone forever. Which is one of the many, many ways you can accidentally miss a melon in this game. All right, so we're moving on to 3-2, the tall tower. This is one of my favorite levels in the game, and now is a good time to explain tongue jumping, which is a technique where we mash lick as fast as we can while we're jumping. Every time Yoshi licks while in the air, or changes any state actually, there's one frame where gravity is not applied to him. So that means if you mash lick while jumping, you gain a lot of extra height. And the faster you mash, the more height you gain. And that works really, really well with the springs in these levels in order to gain just incredible amounts of height. So that's what we're gonna do here. Whee! And this is an extremely difficult technique. It takes a long time to get good at it because it's not just mashing B. You have to mash B while holding the A button. So just like grab a controller and figure out how to do that. It's pretty hard to get used to.
Yeah, it's hard unless you're Carl.
Oh yeah, Carl got it like right away. But he's a Yoshi's Island player, so he's good with the tech. Okay. You also, I haven't mentioned it yet, you'll see these camera zooms occasionally. What I'm doing is I'm holding the R button, which is normally like a mechanic that makes Yoshi sniff for hidden things underground. But we're not using it for the sniff. I'm actually using it because it affects the cycles at which things spawn in. Their spawn distance changes from like the sides of the screen, and so it allows me to put certain enemies or platforms or whatever on better cycles for me. So if you see the camera zoom in, then that's the reason. That's going to be the reason for it.
In a lot of games, when you see that sort of camera zoom in, you expect it to be a sort of lag reduction, but this game actually consistently runs at 60.
Yeah, rock solid 60 FPS, which is incredible for an N64 game.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons it looks so nice and smooth. It feels great to play too.
Whoops. Okay. Now we just have this this mini game where you have to ride the leaf. There are these mini games that you have the chance to earn up to 7 melons. The couple you've seen so far are these race mini games where you have to race against this chain chomp who's gonna eat the melons if he gets to them before you do. Race mini games or racing in general is always fun to do for speedrunners because you just speedrun it normally and you always win. You don't have to worry about it. But there are some other challenging mini games as well, like one where you have to carry a stack of melons, one where you have to flutter for as far as you can. You'll see them later on. Some of them are like stupidly hard and it makes you question whether this is really a kid's game. But yeah, we'll get to that. Okay. And this last room is like a big vertical climb. You're going to see me do a couple of flutters where I gain extra height on my flutters. I mentioned that while jumping, you can mash lick in order to get extra height on your jump. But you cannot lick while fluttering. So in order to gain height on flutters, we actually charge and cancel egg throws, which kind of accomplishes the same thing, just in a different way.
Look at those cute Raphael the Ravens.
Oh, watch the apple.
Yeah, if he licks that apple, literally the run is
dead.
Yeah. If he just and he's constantly tonguing.
Here's the height gain that I was talking about. Excellent. Watch the grape. Okay.
Got the shirt coming up.
I'm eating a melon off screen here. Oh, I'm supposed to eat a melon off screen there. There we go. And I have to do a difficult jump here and oops, and hope the Raven doesn't get in the way here. Okay, I barely made it there. Sometimes he likes to troll you and just like block you from getting up onto this platform. And if he does that, then that's usually a reset as well for record attempts. An extra height gain there as well to get up here more quickly. And we're coming up the end of the stage. This is going to be our first boss. World 3 always has a midway boss. And this is Inviso. And by Carl's request, I'm going to waste a few seconds here so he can read the text box for this boss's dialogue.
I love the bosses in this so much. Peekaboo, who are you? Peekabee, can't find me. All right. There are better ones.
So this boss, he's pretty predictable. Oh yeah, the bosses only take a few seconds each in this game. They're pretty pathetic, especially compared to Yoshi's Island. Really the main thing there is he flies in a different direction depending on where I hit him with an egg, and he bounces off the camera boundaries. So I do a little bit of camera manipulation to make sure he stays in frame so I can just get him with 3 quick egg shots. Okay, let's get in a couple more donations during this reset here.
Absolutely. I do have a very important update for y'all. We are less than $300 away from our incentive for the upgrade to adventure difficulty for Minecraft Dungeons. So less than $300 to go on that $5,000 incentive. And what that'll do is that'll upgrade the difficulty of the Minecraft Dungeons run, which is up next. We don't have that much time, from default to adventure. And we love to see more challenge, and we love an adventure here. So please keep those rolling in. And we have $25 from Bethany saying, Dan, I'm so excited for you. This is so much fun to watch. I'm glad we're friends. You're truly one in a melon.
Oh, thank you, Bethany.
And $20 from Kodiak saying, happy SGDQ, everybody. Dan, I've literally never played Yoshi's Story, but your passion for the game and your patience to explain and answer questions made your stream a fantastic place to be. Your dedication is inspiring. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you. This is probably one of the hardest levels in the game, Piranha Grove. Those flying piranhas, if they eat you, you lose all of your eggs, and you like turn tiny for some reason for a good 10 seconds before you turn back to normal size, and you just can't do anything while you're tiny. So they're really difficult to avoid and are a very common run killer as well. Can one of you also, this level's hard, so I can't talk much. Can one of you explain why we reset in between levels?
Yeah, so Dan is resetting between the levels because there's an ending cutscene, which I love. I'm sad that they skip it, but it saves time over just letting the cutscene play out.
Thank you. Really hard to catch all these cycles here, so I'm gonna just focus for a moment.
And so Dan is also going to be trying to run like in the direction the platforms are moving to get momentum off of them.
Okay. That was really close. That's, these cycles are a little awkward. Okay, I think we're back on track here. Launch the watermelon. Okay.
Nicely done.
By the way, in case you ever see a melon that you're like, how could anyone have ever found that, which is a common question, that's kind of what we wonder too, but there is a mechanic to help with that. If you sniff, basically anywhere you look, it'll give a hint as to there being a melon there, or a giant heart as well. Some of those are hidden.
Yeah, anything you can uncover with a ground pound, you can actually sniff that out. But of course, we know what the important ones are, which is why we're not sniffing around. Okay, this is our first melon stack mini game. I'm gonna flutter up here to grab the stack more quickly, then turn it to a 45-degree angle, which allows me to run at full speed and jump in order to balance the stack up and down to get to the end at full speed. And some of those melon stack mini games, like there's one in World 6 that one of our speedrunners told me that her first time through it, oh, hold on. That one's actually fine if it drops, it respawns, thankfully.
Not all of them do.
No, that one does. Yeah, one of our speedrunners said that the World 6 melon stack mini game, it took her 20 minutes in order to beat the mini game for the first time, just casually, because it's so difficult. Okay, now for the next level, we have some RNG manipulation. I'll try to explain this as quickly as I can. There's a Lakitu at the beginning that drops spiked balls, but he has a 1 in 8 chance of dropping a melon. We need to get 5 melons from this guy. So what I'm going to try to do, and I'm not sure if this is gonna work, I'm gonna control the RNG with Yoshi's footsteps in order to manipulate him to drop 5 melons in a row. It is very difficult. I basically have to match the movement of like a tool-assisted run. And so I'm going to ask for silence while I attempt this, and I'll give it a few tries and see if we can get it. Right before this run, I failed it like 20 times in a row. So.
Yeah, no one in the chat's even allowed to
Yeah,
talk.
I need silence in the chat too.
Say nothing.
Okay. That's a 0 out of 5. I'm gonna try this just a couple more times, and if it's not working out, then I'll just go for it and see if I can get lucky and get 5 melons from him.
So what he's doing at the start is using Yoshi's movement to try to manipulate the first melon, but even after he gets 1 melon, he then has to continue to move in a specific way to get all of the subsequent ones to also drop melons.
Yeah, a certain number of footsteps in between each melon drop. Might have jumped a little too early there. I'll give it one more try. And if it doesn't work out, then you'll just have to... You'll just have to watch me do it on my stream instead.
Or you could just win the 1 in 8 5 times in a row.
True.
Just get lucky.
Oh, if we have just a moment before, I just want to sneak in that we did meet that adventure difficulty incentive. Thanks so much, y'all.
All right, it's not working out today, so here we go. We're going on a little journey with this guy. Oh, there's one. Come on, buddy.
This level's kind of messed up.
There's two. Yeah, you can see why we do the manip here. It's like a 30-second difference for this section, but you know, it's GDQ, so this has to happen, of course. Still only 2 out of 5. Come on, buddy. What are you doing?
Particularly terrible.
I can't believe. Okay, now I have to wait for him to come back around. Oh, there he goes.
What a nerd.
All right.
Oh, here they
what
go.
do you got for me?
Would you like more spike balls?
It's looking pretty good.
Oh, whoops, I made him go off screen again, so I gotta wait for him to come around again. Oh, goodness.
We call this one the inverse RNG manipulation.
That's 3 out of 5. I'm supposed to go in a pipe like way back there. I don't even know how I'm gonna get back up, honestly. Like, oh, there's another one. Oh no. Okay. I'm actually amazed. Like, I'm not sure if it's ever been this bad before. But
You might say that that's never something.
all right.
Look at those shy guys just chilling though. We're having a good time.
I came back here, and this other Lakitu is like still here. He followed me back here, so now I have to dodge 2 of these guys. Okay, that's 4. Come on, one more, man. Please let me continue. There's a lot of people back here.
Just need some encouragement.
Every ball is 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 8.
Approximately. I don't think we never went into the code and confirmed it, but maybe it's 1 in 10. Oh, there it is.
Hey!
Wait, is it still there? Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lost like 2 minutes to this level, so. All right. Now we have to go back. Okay, so now I just have to play the rest of the game at like world record pace to stay underestimate here. No problem. I've never made a mistake in my life. Okay.
That was
the first
manip.
one, yeah.
That was manip.
Okay. All right, so we got that. All right, and now we're finally back on track with the run. Okay, and this is our first like flutter challenge mini game. You have to flutter as far as you can. We can basically just gain infinite height on our flutters and not worry about this, but I'm gonna use a special technique here, which is gonna cause me to lose height, but it helps me gain distance on each of the flutters. And since we wanna go fast, we're prioritizing distance here. And then I zoom in the camera just so this Lakitu like drops the melons closer to the ground and they're a little bit closer together. It makes them easier for me to eat. Hey.
Hey! You want to tell everyone what it spells?
It spells, so there's one letter in each level, and it spells you are Yoshi's great partner, if you can find them all. Okay. This room is quite difficult. So I'm gonna focus for a while. We have to do a lot of like tricky height gains on the flutter, like right here. I'm gonna charge 2 eggs, and then I'm charging and canceling eggs to gain extra height on my flutter here. In order to get up here, that's a little bit low, so I have to do an extra flutter here. That's fine, all right. Whoops, that's fine. All right, I call this one the Potassium Promenade. Oh, I messed up. That's fine. I'll just wait for this guy's next cycle. I don't know. I'm not gonna do that trick. It's too risky. That's fine. I might also be an egg short now too, because I accidentally threw an extra egg. I'm not really sure what to do about that. Like, where on earth do I get an extra egg here? Okay. I think we'll go forward a little bit. I'll shake off the nerves eventually.
It's all right. You're doing
Grab
great.
this. Then I'll just grab this last one. Oh wait, no. I still need one more egg. All right, we're going on a journey. We got to find an extra egg here.
I love the sound design in this game so much. It's just so happy.
Yeah. The music as well is incredible.
It
It's
is.
composed by Totaka. Best known today for probably the Animal Crossing games. And he also did Luigi's Mansion. I think Mario Paint as well. Hey, it's an egg block. Okay, we're saved.
Let's go.
All right. And we can get a couple more donations in, I think.
Absolutely. I have $50 from Susan saying, congratulations a million times over, Dan. You've worked so hard to get here, and I couldn't be prouder to be in the audience. To finally see this run at GDQ is a dream come true. I love you with all my heart. Now go get those melons.
Thank you, Susan.
$10 from Mug that says, so happy to see my favorite childhood game here. And $10 from RPD234 saying, congratulations on finally making it to the big stage, Jan. Just one question. Are melons literature? We also have $25 from MetaMurph that just says, whoa, whoa, ha! There's lots of Yoshi noises in the chat. If you'd like to make me make those noises, please go ahead and donate. We'd love to see them.
All right, we're going to Mecha Castle. If you did play this game as a child, then you will have, I want to say, fond memories of this level. Well, this part's fun, at least. You get to ride this little swing back and forth. Yeah, and then there are a lot of things that are quite literally just out to kill you. It's a very strangely, I don't know how to put it, brutal level for what we interpret as a kid's game. Look at these things. It's like the game stops pretending that, like, you know, normally when you lose a Yoshi or whatever, he just gets really sad and then he gets, like, carried away. But there are things in this level, like the crushers later on, where it's just like, no, you're done, sorry. Okay. These gears are also especially bad. You just saw it happen there. If you heard Yoshi make the jump noise, but he didn't jump, they have maybe a 1 in 4 chance of just eating your jump. And they never fixed that, like before releasing the game. They knew it was there. They just never fixed it, or I assume they knew it was there because that happens so often. Okay, a couple more height gains on the flutter here. Normally you like hit a switch in order to spawn platforms to get up here, but again, we have good flutter control in this game. Okay. And now, this room is pretty straightforward. We can get a couple more donations, I think.
Absolutely, I do have those for you. Okay, $50 from 3 Pills saying, what a delicious melony treat to see this amazing run by Dan. So proud to see him spreading super happy melon-flavored cheer at SG2Q after over a decade of dedication to this category. You got this, Dan. Get the melons, boy. Much love from Australia.
Thank you, 3 Pills. All right, these are the crushers. So these each have kind of a unique cycle. This is the single, then there's gonna be a double, a triple, and a quad. We found out that they're on like global timer cycles, and so I'm probably gonna write a little piece of software that like keeps track of the cycles so we know when they're gonna crush and could just go past full speed if it's safe. But for the time being, I understand which patterns are safe and which ones are dangerous.
They will one-shot you.
Yeah. Even if you're super happy, you just instantly get crushed, and that's it for that Yoshi. Did I scare you? All right. Now we navigate up here, and then it's just the quad crushers, and then we enter the intentional damage room. Oops.
Can you guess why it's called that?
Did I scare you? And we are now entering the intentional damage room, where we take intentional damage. There's a reason. So there's these blue moving platforms. When Yoshi is at full health, they are larger. And when Yoshi is damaged, they are smaller. We actually need them to be smaller in order to fit through a gap when we're coming back down. I'm gonna try to get this egg shot here. Let's go.
Oh.
Egg shot is sick, let's go. And now since I'm damaged, these platforms are smaller and I can ground pound in between them to get back down. All right, I'll take damage here too, see if I can sneak through here. Okay, but that one's like sub-pixel dependent or something. Thankfully it worked out. Okay, and now we're coming up on another race mini game. This one is extremely unfair. Most of the World 6 mini games are. it's designed so that if you take damage at any point during this race, it's impossible to get all 7 melons. And look at this race. Just imagine trying to get 7 here casually. And I'm using speed techniques like tongue jumping to get over these to save time, doing like a pivot here to cut down on a accelerate or deceleration. Okay, and even as speedrunners, we do take damage on this. Like, this is a run killer, potentially. But thankfully, we are in the clear. That's gonna be it for this. And we're coming in on our first Baby Bowser fight. It is not Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. has not been invented yet. It is Baby Bowser.
Yeah, and don't ever call him Bowser Jr. near Dan.
So this, I'm actually gonna skip this text box, sorry, Carl.
Aw.
But this guy, you can't throw eggs directly at him, but you can blow up the eggs in front of him and he's vulnerable to the egg explosions. Normally you're supposed to use like bob-ombs and spikes on the ceiling to damage him, but the egg explosions hurt him. And watch, this one's gonna hurt him a second time. Look at that. And so we just do that and we stun lock him and the fight's over, and that's it.
All right, we're gonna need everyone to count out the laps as we go through. Just pretend that they're like extremely long Bowser throws, like 40 minutes each.
Okay, yeah, so we're officially done with the first lap. That's one complete playthrough of the game. So now what we're gonna do is next time we reset, our story mode data will be cleared and we're gonna start back at World 1 and start on the second lap. And I'm gonna start on 1-2 this time. And we have it routed out so we always get a different configuration of special hearts in each level in order to take us down like a new path of levels that we haven't played yet. So through 4 playthroughs, we're always playing fully unique levels in order to hit all 24 of them. And now is a good time for a couple more donations, I would say.
Sure thing. I have $1,000 from Twisty May's little passage that says, Doctors Without Borders, Dan Salvato, all the melons. Dang, SGDQ is kicking it off in style. I love this community and what it stands for and supports. And we have $5 from Alexandria Ace that says, this donation is for the Yoshi Stories run. Hey Dan, so proud of you for getting Yoshi into GDQ. You continue to inspire me and everyone else in the community and other communities. So glad to be a part of such a great cause. Wish I could have been there. Rock those melons.
Thank you, Alex.
So if you haven't noticed already, there are basically 2 different kinds of tongue jumps and flutters that Dan can do, and he's constantly switching them up based on which one makes the most sense. So there's a more regular flutter, which is more horizontal, gives you a lot of control, not as much height. Or you can hold up on the stick when you do a flutter, and that will give you a ton of extra
Like right
height.
here.
Like
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
called a high flutter. But the trade-off is if you do a high flutter, you have to fall a lot farther before you can flutter again. So it's like, do you want maximum control and good horizontal movement, or do you want like a one-time burst of height? Or do you want to tongue jump like this in order to get extra height, but then when you're licking, you can't flutter for a while either. So there's all these different trade-offs, and we have to kind of strategize, sometimes on the fly if we're improvising, to figure out like which of these height options is the best for the situation. Okay. And yeah, since we're back in World 1, this level is on the easier side once again. And let's see, there's, just gotta push this a tiny bit outside of that egg box and grab that. And then we have these kind of weird guys that you have to sort of hit that X on them. But again, if you explode the egg in front of them, the explosion lingers for so long that it just does two hits of damage on them and takes them out in 1 egg throw. Okay, and somewhat difficult flutter pattern here to just get it over here as quickly as we can. And now I'm gonna take advantage of my extra long tongue while super happy to scoop those up like that. You're gonna, you see me also like eat a lot of things through the wall or through the floor. Like if you fully extend your tongue and then angle it into the floor, then you can eat things through the floor or through the wall. Okay, there's a pretty difficult setup here as well. Gonna grab this super happy fruit, and I'm gonna try to take these guys out with 1 egg. There we go.
Nice, let's go.
Excellent. And then one more of these guys, and there's an interesting strategy here as well. So while we wait for him to deflate or whatever, we grab this melon and then watch the banana. There we go. And you got to do that pretty fast because, again, you have to be super happy during that in order to have that extra long tongue in order to make that. And we're pretty much at the end here. If you accidentally go in that vase, it takes you back to the first room of the level. And yes, that has happened in killed runs.
Yoshi.
Okay, I think next we're going to Blarg's Boiler. This level is pure tech skill. So I'm probably gonna focus quite a bit just to try to maintain full speed and get in all the movement that I need to. I think we can get a couple more donations in the meantime though.
Absolutely, I would be happy to do that for you. I want to give everybody a quick update on some of our other open incentives. For Mega Man 9, we have less than $500 to go until that bonus special stage, and just a little bit over $500 for that upgrade to Buster only. So those are both open, and you can make sure that you are selecting those when you do donate. And just a reminder as to what we are here for. We are here for Doctors Without Borders, and I want to give you some information on what those donations actually translate to. So a $5 donation can buy 4 treatments to cure adult patients from malaria, 5 rapid tests to diagnose HIV infection, or enough vaccines to immunize 13 children against the measles. $10 can buy enough vaccine to immunize 45 people against polio virus, 15 treatments to cure children from malaria, or clean drinking water for 147 people for 1 week. And that is $10. So those are some amazing things. Just think about what your money is going towards in addition to these super fun incentives. You are doing something absolutely incredible here, so thank you so much for donating.
All right,
important
so that was pretty clean. If you make the tiniest error there, it like throws all the enemy cycles and it becomes a mess. Okay, and I'm gonna have really difficult tongue jump here in order to clear this gap with as few flutters as possible. That didn't feel so great, so I'm gonna do an extra flutter here, just to make sure I don't fall in the lava. Okay. I have to eat this over the lava, get over this guy.
No!
Just kidding. Yeah, for some reason your iframes let you like survive the lava. Oh, hold on, this part's really hard. And I messed up that setup, so I'm just gonna scroll off screen here to like reset the cycles. That's fine. Backup strat here. All right, we're safe. Woo! Oh, I don't have any eggs. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember to like get an extra egg here because I'm 1 short. I think at the end of this mini game, again, since I'm like eating 6 melons in a row, I'm gonna get the heart fruit spawn, and I can use that to generate an extra egg that I need. Or I could just eat one of those guys, but I think the egg generation will be faster here. Plus, we might get to see a rare letter. They're usually around the mini games. E.
More like easy.
That's one of the rare instances where you have to go backwards to get a melon. Only in this version. In the Japanese version, they put that melon earlier on. I don't really know why. Okay, a pretty clean Blarg's Boiler. I'm happy with it.
Yoshi!
And that level, we got 3 special hearts, which gives us access to 3-4, Frustration. The level's literally called Frustration. I don't know. I have like a theory that Nintendo of America like did not like this game when it was handed over to them. And they just named a level Frustration. And they also like demanded all these other changes in the game as well. But thankfully this level is not very frustrating for speedrunners. Let's get a couple more donations in.
Yeah, I got you. I have some exceptional ones in here. $100 from the Best Wolf saying, I can't think of any better way to start SGDQ than one of the most underrated Nintendo games of its time, and any better runner to do so than one of the kindest and most creative gamers I've had the pleasure of knowing. Sending you lots of love and looking forward to seeing you very soon, less than 3.
Thank you. And you'll notice that there was this like big wheel that I just jumped over there. You're supposed to ride that wheel, like roll that wheel in order to get across, but obviously that's slow, so we just skip it and use some good flutters to get across. And there's gonna be another one of those coming up as well. But this next one is for like a race mini game, and they realized that you could just jump across it, jump over it and cheese it, so they put an invisible ceiling there, but you could just do this instead and cheese it anyway. But this is a little tough to do in as few flutters as possible. Just barely make that there. Okay, we're good. And off off we go. This is a very, very short level. It's just these 2 screens, and so we're gonna finish up right here. After we see these like weird centipede guys. The enemies in this game are just, they're something.
I love them.
Yeah, they have that like kind of weird, just 90s pre-rendered design to them. Pretty reminiscent of Donkey Kong Country, actually. Makes sense because that's another pre-rendered 3D game. Okay, here's an example of eating something through the floor. I was talking about that before. And the rest of this is pretty straightforward. We got this melon stack minigame is quite hard, actually. You have to like dodge the centipede. We have to pick the bottom path here. It looks like I go right through him, but I picked the bottom path while in the air. So it decided that I was like already on the bottom path while the centipede was on the top. Okay, and we got another boss coming up. So I guess Carl once more takes the stage.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, this one. The bosses are so amazing. Look at this thing. What are you? I want to be your friend. Try to dodge my bouncing blubber. Just don't hit my lips of rubber. Just look, gaze into the lips.
Just did exactly what it said not to.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said try to hit.
That's a common mistake.
Yoshi!
All right, now we're heading to Neuron Jungle, one of the weirder stages. This game, I mean, as you can tell, the goal is not to get to the end of the level in this game. The goal is to collect 30 fruits. So really where this game shines is the levels where you can kind of just go anywhere. It's like a more of an open level instead of just left to right. And strangely, there aren't many of them. I think because during development, maybe they changed the premise of the game partway through. But these levels are really where I think the game can be its most fun because they really encourage just like exploration. Okay, and I think we can get a couple more donations in as well.
I got you. How does $5,000 from the Yeti sound? Hey all, Yeti here. We're so excited to be here at SGDQ 2024. What a way to start the event with our friend Dan running Yoshi's story. Hi Dan, all the melons, what an inspiration. We're so proud to be supporting this amazing event again. Be sure to check out our official SGDQ collection. All items sold directly benefit all items sold directly benefit MSF. Yoshi! And hey, if you're really enjoying this run, I just want to point out that there is an all melons shirt that the Yeti made, and it is super adorable. You're going to want to go see it.
It's amazing. It's like the first thing I'm going to do after this is buy that shirt immediately.
Me too. Got time for... Oh.
We got another race mini game here. This is a swimming race. Yoshi's a really good swimmer, as you can see.
They even have the platforms up there, though.
No, there's supposed to be walls. Like if you swim, then you have to like go through these gates. That's the point.
Oh.
You're not supposed to stand on top of them, but there we go. All right. Slurp these up real quick. And yeah, we can get in one more donation.
Yeah, I actually have some fantastic news. We have met the bonus special stage incentive for Mega Man 9, so thank you guys so much. $3,500 for MSF. Thank you so much for that. We also have $200 from Yoo-Hoo that says, good luck, have fun.
Okay, well that heart fruit just like despawned. I normally only use it for eggs, so I'll just get the eggs here instead. And this part's kind of weird because these guys just like randomly move around. I kind of slipped off that one. Let me see, what's the best way to do this here? Well, I guess taking damage is going to be the best way. Okay, we're fine now. Now this room, really bizarre. You have to collect all the coins in this room in order to get the last melon. And the hint for that is really obscure. Like it has to do with that Poochie. I don't really feel like explaining it, but this is a really, really large room and no one is ever going to figure out that you have to collect all the coins to get the last melon here. There are many levels in this game where like some of the melons are just so unbelievably obscure that unless you use a guide, you're just never gonna find them. It's pretty amazing.
And in a lot of levels, collecting the coins doesn't give you anything, right?
Yeah, the coins do nothing. It's just like in this one level and Jungle Hut, there are a couple melons where you collect all the coins. Watch the grape, okay?
Whew. That tongue hits those other fruit.
Oh, and you saw me miss some coins there. It's because when Yoshi is super happy, it creates new coins, and those coins don't count like towards the final coin count or whatever. But I have to get all these. If you eat that pepper, you lose your super happy, by the way. Oh, accidental ground pound. It's really easy to accidentally ground pound in this game because it's just down on the control stick. Okay, grab those.
I love the frog spinning.
Okay, the frogs are actually quite deadly. If you're in the air when you take damage to a frog, you take damage and Yoshi falls, but when he touches the water, he doesn't stop falling, so he just keeps falling with normal gravity and falls to the bottomless pit and dies, despite there being water there. Okay, and I think next we are going to Shy Guy's ship, which is pretty fun. We've dodged the water levels so far. They're pretty impressive. There's only 2 water levels in this game, but they're a bit of a drag. So once we get to one, that's like, I won't be offended if you leave. That's the time to use the bathroom or whatever. But yeah, I think next we're going to Shy Guy's ship, which is another fairly intense level. Let's get a couple more donations in.
Sure thing. I have $25 from Steven saying, Dan, you are Yoshi's greatest partner. Probably. Eat them melons. We also have a Mega Man themed one that ties in both. So $25 from Tone saying, you got this, Dan. Here's a 20 eggs donation.
I was wrong about the level, or by the way, we are in a water level now. This is Lots of Fish, 5-2. We can take some damage boosts like that, and then the music gets all funny. And then there are some portions that are on land as well. Just in the water, like, Yoshi can't do anything while swimming. He can't throw eggs, like he can't, ground pound or jump. Just everything that makes the game fun, they just like take away from you. I mean, that's kind of the classic tale of water levels in games, right? But it certainly holds true for this game, where we're glad that there's only 2 of them here. There's this one, and then the 5-1, Lots of Jellyfish, which is the more interesting of the 2. So this one is just going to be a little bit of chill time.
So Dan, how did this game, speedrunning this, lead to Doki Doki Literature Club?
How did this lead to Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yeah, this is like your thing.
This has nothing in common. I mean, one game is about getting melons, and the other game is about Yoshi. Okay. This room is actually really annoying. We have to like dodge these watermelons, make sure we don't eat them, and it's like really hard to control Yoshi's tongue underwater while trying to get all these guys as they swim by. Okay, there's 2 more. This is also a run killer type room. No, I need you.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
Excellent. It's like, yeah, it's twofold. It's not only a generally boring level, but we also have like a potential run killer room, which is not even an interesting way for the run to die. But this game gives and takes, I guess. We got another land section here. This one has these beehives, and you have to sneak past them a little bit slowly, otherwise they come out of the beehive and they don't let you pass. And so we actually do use the sniff mechanic here to slow Yoshi down like just the perfect amount in order to sneak past the beehives and have them not bother us. You can see as I'm running in the other direction, they start to get agitated a little bit, but whoops, I went for some swag and accidentally ground pounded.
I knew it.
Okay, now we're just gonna be doing a little bit more swimming again. Let's get a couple donations in.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I do have a quick update, and this is a Yoshi-related update. There is a Twitter poll going on right now on our social media. Yoshi is many things to many players, so what is he most in your eyes? And whatever wins, LLK, our incredible artist, will draw a special Yoshi portrait highlighting those animal qualities. So your options are a dinosaur, a dragon, a horse, or a frog. Now, we know the quickest answer may be a dinosaur, but I kind of want to see some love for those other ones as well.
So I used to, when I was a kid, I would get Nintendo Power, and they always had like a Q&A section for the Nintendo Power staff. And one of the questions was just, what is Yoshi, a turtle?
It's a shell on his back.
Okay, I'll try to get a little bit more damage boosting here. Like, it gives us one thing to do in these levels. Then there's going to be one more here, and then we're finally out of the water, and the rest of the melons are going to be from a melon stack minigame up on land here. It's actually pretty tough. We have to get past one of those beehives while carrying the melon stack. Tongue jump over that stilt guy.
So Dan, you briefly mentioned the Japanese version of the game.
Yeah.
Should probably explain why you choose to run on the English version.
The biggest reason is the Japanese version doesn't save your story mode progress, so you can't reset in between levels. So there's like a lot of other interesting differences in the Japanese version as well, but simply because of that, it's much, much faster to run the North American version. I think I overall prefer this version, though. All right, we're done with the most boring level in the game. I don't remember what level's next. I sometimes like change the level order for efficiency or like to put hard levels earlier in the run, so I don't always remember what they are, and I just wait for the level select screen to show up and see what levels I have access to. But I'm pretty sure next is going to be Ghost Castle. Let's get a couple more donations in.
Hey, y'all, guess what? We met that Buster-only incentive for Mega Man 9 as well! Thank you so much for that. And Dan, the love keeps coming in. We have $25 from WispX saying, you got this, Dan. Get those melons. Thank you for being awesome and always doing so much for the Yoshi's Story community.
Thank you. And this level is really interesting. It's one of those like kind of like open area levels where you can go wherever. You start in this one corridor and then it kind of opens up. We're actually going to take a little shortcut here. This is a pipe that you're only supposed to come out of. It's supposed to be one way, but we can go in and do some height gains on our flutter in order to grab this key early. Okay. Nice. And we'll head up here, and this will take us into the lobby. We're not going to use this key just yet. We're going to go in a couple other rooms first. The room order is kind of decided based on where you want to get the heart fruits for the most part. Also lobby movement. But again, every 6 melons specifically, you get a heart fruit. And so we sort of plan the rooms out so you get them at convenient times in the right rooms. This is probably the hardest minigame in Yoshi's Story. Once you see it, you'll understand. You actually will not believe that they put something like this in the game. Like, first of all, you have to wait for those boxes to drop one by one. And then you have this to deal with.
What the heck?
Okay. That's another potential run killer. Now it's actually faster to head backwards here and go back in the direction that we came. Gonna generate some extra eggs here. Again, when you're super happy, you have infinite eggs. So by charging and canceling egg throws, I'm adding eggs to my inventory and just maxing out my count. Okay, and this room has a whole bunch of very adorable tiny ghosts, which are not going to last for the entire duration of this room, so I apologize for anyone who likes these guys. Oh wait, they're getting their revenge, hold on. Okay. All right, now I get my revenge, goodbye.
Oh my God.
Oh, a couple of, you know what?
Toxic.
They lost me
those,
time.
Could you use those to get a full 30 of grapes?
Yes. Like there are a couple of levels where you can get 30 of some other fruit with that specific technique, becoming super happy and then ground pounding enemies. But there's only a few levels that you can do that in.
So there's no other fruit that you can get 30 of in every level?
No. You can't even complete a playthrough getting 30 of like a specific non-melon fruit. Okay. Now we have these boos that are almost like normal boos, except they turn into blocks when they get shy. There's all these cute like boo varieties in Ghost Castle. I like it. Okay. And let's get another donation in.
Sure. I have $10 from Giga that says, important Yoshi fact. Shy Guy has undergone 0 design changes since Yoshi's story. This is because he is without flaw.
They're still using Yoshi's voice clips from this game, too. Pretty unbelievable, right? It's like the first and last time they've recorded Yoshi's voice. Well, not really. He has, like, unique clips in Sunshine and Galaxy and stuff, but I already went in here. Well, we just get to watch this, like, swag walk in and out of the door one more time. Bye. All right, we're back. Now we're heading this way. Hopefully that doesn't throw off, like, the enemy cycles here. Okay, I think we're good. Now we head up here. This room is quite tough. There's a lot of tricky spikes and platforms to navigate. Right away, just so we don't have to wait for the ghost platforms, we're gonna do some flutter height gains here to get up without them. Oh, there he is. Goodbye. We'll do another one here. Okay. And then who's ever gonna find this? It's like, I know you have the sniff mechanic, but are you really gonna like go in every single spot in every single room just like sniffing around to find these things? Hold on. Height gain here. And based on the way that we gain height and kind of lick out of the flutter, it's really, really easy to accidentally eat non-melon fruits doing this as well. Especially this one. I have to be like really careful not to eat that apple, so I'm gonna take it slow on purpose. Okay. Grab another key here. And now we are going to, am I too far to the left? Wait for it. Boom.
Hey.
Yo, let's go. Schmoovin'.
You can't change your horizontal direction after ground pounding. So
No, you can't do anything after you ground pound. Plenty of areas where we like try to lick down and we just accidentally ground pound straight into the pit and kill the run. Okay, we're heading into the last room in Ghost Castle. I think this is the longest level in the run, but it's a pretty fun one in my opinion. Again, just a lot of variety. Oh, those sleeping guys, by the way, I don't think I explained them. Those are warps. So you find the different numbered warps and you can use them. They're like checkpoints if you lose a life, but you can also warp between them in order to traverse the level more quickly. There's only one level where we actually use the warps in order to do that. Oops. Hope I didn't need that egg. Okay, I only have 1 egg going into the Bowser fight. Ideally, you want 3 eggs for the setup, so I'm gonna grab these guys here. But you also want full health going into the Bowser fight. So in that section, it's like we have to look at our health, and it's like, do you have enough health to take damage eating those black shy guys to get enough eggs for this Bowser fight, or do you have to go in with fewer than 3 eggs? This time I was able to get the 3 eggs. And this fight's just gonna be identical to the first one that we did. Grab that super happy fruit to get infinite eggs for this last portion. Oh, and if you're wondering, it doesn't matter if we eat fruits on the super happy tree at the very end here. Like here. Sacrilege. And we are done with the second lap. We're officially halfway done with this run. How's everyone enjoying it so far? All right, let's get a couple more donations in while we're waiting for this cutscene.
Sure thing. All right, we have RDV versus the World donating $10 and saying, hey Dan, good luck on the run. I'm super happy to finally see you run all melons at GDQ. Also, can you hit a moonwalk during the run for me? Thank you.
I'll find a good place for it.
And 111 from Alicia saying, the melon prophecy has been fulfilled. It's so surreal to finally get to see your all melons run at SGDQ. Your incredible hard work, dedication, and perseverance over the past decade with this game has been so inspiring to me and to your community. I'm beyond proud of you. Let's go!
Thank you, Alicia. And we're starting the third lap now. We're going into 1-3 rail lift. This is, I think it's the most technical level in World 1. And if there's any melee players in the crowd, this is where Randall the Cloud also comes from. All right. So these red balls here, you're supposed to like lick them and Yoshi flips up on top of them, but it's like this slow animation, and so we try to avoid that where we can and just use them as platforms, but they're very small platforms, so it's quite tough. Watch the apple, okay? Oh, there goes that melon. That one comes back, don't worry. I'm just gonna respawn it. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, it should be good. Grab that. Okay, and we are back. There's a really difficult tongue jump here. Got it.
Nice.
Okay. All right, and that's the first room. That's pretty tough. Second room is pretty tough as well, and then after this we have a melon stack minigame. That is not tough, thankfully. Boink. That sound. All right. Now let's get another donation in.
All right, I have $5 from the true king of space that says, this run is making my heart go doki doki. So here is my poem submission for the Literature Club. I came to SGDQ, and what do I see? But Dan Salvato running, manipulating RNG. The crowd is hyped, the crowd is yelling, go Yoshi go, eat all those melons. Aww. You got this, but remember, there's only one Yoshi.
That was awesome. Can one of you explain, by the way, why I always pick green Yoshi?
Sure.
This room's quite tough. I gotta focus.
So there are a whole bunch of different Yoshis. Ultimately, the color doesn't matter for the most part, but it takes longer to select the Yoshi on the screen, as well as the Yoshis run differently off the screen, and both of those will actually affect how much time it takes. So every single Yoshi, other than the green one, is slower. And then the common question.
Oh, hold on, Wolsk.
Sure.
I call this one the Steve Jobs. Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
Continue.
Yoshi!
So the common question is always regarding the black and white Yoshis, which are secret unlockable ones, and they actually have different abilities from the rest of the Yoshis that you're given by default. And the problem with that is that you need to change the route to go collect those throughout. And the time save for those needs to be worth it, in addition to the extra menuing and also having to go find them. So there's almost a chance of it maybe saving some time, but they're still working on figuring that out.
Yeah, just haven't quite incorporated them yet. And also it messes with the 5-3 RNG manipulation as well. And so it would only save a few seconds at most, so we just haven't quite gotten to it yet. We're entering Bone Dragon Pit, another memorable level from childhood. Watch the watermelon. Okay, and true to its name, we got these bone dragons. Okay, sometimes they take damage there and fall in the pit, so I'm glad that didn't happen. Okay, and let's get one more donation in.
$25 from JD saying, Dan's so good at explaining what's going on during this run. I hope he considers developing his own game someday.
I don't think that'll happen, I'm sorry.
And you want to get here quickly, because that guy, he starts low, but he rises up, and you want to make sure you can jump over him. Okay, and then we'll take this clad up here. You are now entering the bone zone. You are now exiting the bone zone. All right, just gotta refill my eggs here. And you'll notice I'm facing backwards when I hit the wall there. I actually do that quite a bit. If I'm up against a wall, I'm usually facing backwards against the wall. And the reason is that if you're facing forwards and you hit a wall, it kills Yoshi's momentum. But if you face backwards and just go neutral on the control stick, he keeps his speed. So as soon as he's done clearing the wall, he just returns to full speed again. It's a tiny little optimization, but I'm doing it all over the place in this run. Okay. And the rest of this level is pretty straightforward. Just gonna ride up here, head into a vase, play a melon stack minigame, and then clean up in a last section. So I think we can get a couple more donations in.
All right, Dramonic sends in $10 saying, do Yoshi's story puns have to be tongue-in-cheek, or would that be egging chat on? And $10 from Mr. 90s guy. Been watching GDQ for years and always enjoy watching. And good luck this week to all the speedrunners. Yoshi! Bring! Ha! We also
Try making that Yoshi noise. R!
I don't know if I can pick that one, but we'll try. If someone can write it out in a donation, I'll give it a try.
All right, this last section is pretty tough. Difficult tongue jump to get up here. Man, a bunch of ground pound melons. Usually in this level, wherever the ground is kind of has a white spot on it, there's a ground pound melon. There we go. That was pretty clean. Yoshi! Okay, I think next we're heading to cloud cruising. It's that level with like the weird worms that you ride. Again, if you played this as a kid, you know what I'm talking about. Quite a difficult level. They're really easy to slip off of, which is a common run killer as well. Let's see.
You will need the classic controller.
Yes. I'm actually using a GameCube controller. That's I'm playing this on Wii Virtual Console, which you probably recognize that screen for it. It's overall faster than the N64 version. Neither game has lag like during gameplay usually, but it's actually the screen transitions. Like when I go in a vase or something and you see the page turn animation, that's faster in Virtual Console. And so that time adds up, and despite the reset taking a lot longer with that classic controller screen, we save time overall compared to N64. Plus, this game is just amazing on GameCube controller, specifically. Watch the banana, okay?
But you're also hearing that from a Smash player, so.
Oh, true. Okay, so these guys, every time you jump on them, they change direction. And so I just repeatedly jump to like get them to go vertical, and then I'll tongue jump up to the top of them. It's like a really stupid strategy that hardly saves any time, but whatever. And I kind of messed it up here, so I'm gonna try to be a little chill and steer clear of this banana. Zoom in the camera here to kill a camera boundary. Then we'll just ignore that worm and flutter across here. Okay. And then this next room, you have to kill all the shy guys in order to get the 5 melons, but they put a little secret heart fruit here, so you can become super happy and just ground pound them to oblivion before they even have the chance to get to you. Okay, now in this room we have this cute dragon that you're supposed to ride across the room. Oh, missed that shot, that's fine. So we're just gonna rudely wake him up and be on our way. See if we can get this. Okay, I'm a little bit low here. I think we're fine. Oh, did I mess up my flutter? I think we're fine. Okay, now the bees should start coming in. There they are. Oh, my camera's a little lower than usual, so I didn't see the exact location of that. That's fine. And there's gonna be one more bubble here. All right. Not a disaster. We're good. And this is the one warp that we use in the entire run. We have to get back to this location, and then there's going to be like a floating switch that we hit, which unlocks the secret vase, which is going to have the rest of the melons in it for us.
That entire room is extremely stressful.
Yeah. And those bees are totally random as well, so sometimes you can get through really fast, other times the bees just don't cooperate. Yeah, there's some difficult platforming in this room. And I'm going to zoom in the camera as well to manipulate some of the platform cycles on this part. Okay, that should be good. All right.
Awesome.
You ready, Carl?
Oh my gosh, more than mini boss. Yes. What a majestic creature. Slurpity slurp, I'm so sweet. You can't lick me burp.
Don't blink. Oh, I messed it up. That's okay. You want to try to take out that guy in a single jump, but my positioning was slightly off. It's because I stopped for the stupid text box, because Carl is making me do that, and it messed up my muscle memory for that fight. But I appreciate your quirkiness, Carl.
Yeah, if not for Carl, this would have been a perfect run.
It's true.
Dang it.
Okay, I think we're heading to Jungle Hut next. This level has another bop of a song.
My favorite.
And it's another one of those go in any direction levels. It's quite fun. There's 6 huts in this level. Wait, what am I talking about? We're going to Jungle Puddle. Okay, hold that thought. This is the level with the giant fish in it. That's all you need to know to probably Probably trigger lots of flashbacks and childhood nightmares. All right, this song's a banger too, though. And this is like a half water level. There's always this water at the bottom, but we don't have to enter it very often. Just a little bit at the beginning here to get some of these. Just drop that. And this is really nice reflection on the top of the water as well. Pretty awesome for N64. Okay, now here we got some more boxes. It's kind of mean. This middle one you ground pound, and then these two you push together. All right. And let's get in. Actually, no, hold that. I'm gonna. The big lick is coming up, and I don't want to miss the big lick. Then we can get a donation. All right, here it comes. Yes.
Yes.
All right, now we can get a donation as this giant fish comes in.
Okay, $720 from Doug Trio 100. Thank you so much.
One for every melon.
Exactly. They said, I hear there's a really good deal on melons right now, $1 each. I'll take all you've got. So thank you so much for that, Doug Trio. Thank you, and good counting.
Okay, so if we move the same every time, this fish moves the same every time, so he's not very dangerous, as long as we don't make mistakes, which I've never done in my life. Okay, this minigame is so hard that we don't even try to speedrun it.
Welcome to my Let's Play.
All right.
Yeah, I would rage at that.
And sometimes those stalagmites on the floor like hide a melon behind them. So I always do like a safety lick at the end to make sure I ate them all.
So what happens when you miss the melon stack?
When you miss the stack,
Like if it falls too
then
early.
you just can't get those melons. It's over.
You'd have to restart the level.
Yeah, yeah.
That's horrible.
Okay, and a little more box pushing. Kind of scary. You have to like push these boxes while the fish is around. And the blue fish, he like shoots water at you and tries to knock you into the water. And once you're in the water, he rushes over and tries to eat you. And he's kind of a nuisance. We actually manipulate the camera a little bit here to temporarily despawn him to push this top box without him shooting water at us. There's a couple more, and we are done with Jungle Puddle. Yoshi! And next we have the other water level in this game, lots of jellyfish. This one has just as much water, but it's a little bit more interesting. There's some really difficult licks that we have to do in this level in order to be fast, and there's a cute little mini boss as well. So there's some stuff to look forward to. Let's get another donation in.
$50 from Spock Rocket saying, one of my favorite childhood games. What a great way to start the marathon. Good luck to Dan and all the upcoming runners. Yes, this was one of my favorite childhood games as well, so real nostalgia moment here.
All right, here we are. Let's see if I can get like a damage boost in on this guy. It doesn't really matter that much if I don't. Okay, that's fine. These guys have weird hitboxes. And that's the theme of this level. There are lots of jellyfish. I'm going to zoom in the camera here to put one of them on a slightly better cycle. And this is the first difficult trick coming up in the level. It's going to be eating this melon through the wall. Whoops. Oh.
He's coming.
No, I got to wait another cycle now. Come on, man. All right, finally. Oh, now this guy's all up on me. All right, we're fine now. There's our damage boost. Okay, now we come down here, and we are going to grab the heart fruit to become super happy, which is going to make our tongue super long. We're going to take good advantage of that in a moment here. Just got to wait for like this guy to get out of the way, and then grab those. And coming up here, grab that. All right, and we are on our way. Let's get another donation in.
Okay, I have to agree with this one. $25 from Shenny Nerd saying, as an avid Yoshi nerd, I must ask where the person on the couch got those amazing shoes.
Probably from Etsy.
Props to the camera angle on that.
You're now entering the noodle zone. So in this room, you have to defeat all the enemies and collect all the coins in order to get your melons. And this guy is just always after you. So we try to like kind of sit in specific spots in order to make sure that he always leaves these gaps in order for us to swim through and access the next area. But sometimes it's pretty tight. It's usually okay to take a little bit of damage and use the iframes to get through, but sometimes he just totally blocks you. Watch the grape. Come on. Okay, can I still get through? No. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, okay, we're fine. Thankfully, that sent me to the left. If it sent me to the right, then I would have just waited another cycle. But we are fine now. Got our 4 melons. You are now exiting the noodle zone. Okay. And now here's a cute little trick that we found out recently. When your tongue is, when you just tongue, you can like jump despite being in the water. And so you can, instead of swimming at an angle, you can swim full speed forward and just like jump in order to clear those ledges. And it's technically a tiny bit faster to do that. Okay, let's get another donation in.
Of course. Squado sends in $25 saying, I really liked this game as a kid. Or to put it in other words, yum yum you! We also have $10 from A Godsend saying, excellent start to SGDQ. I am loving the egg puns. Thank you so much for those, y'all.
All right, we got another flutter mini game. I explained it before, but we have just full control over our flutter height here. It's a matter of like maintaining horizontal speed. So I use those guys and bounce off of them just so I can spend less time fluttering and more time with full horizontal speed. And then we get all the way across. It looks close, but I want to be as close to the ground as possible when getting that 7th one. And we get a rare double heart spawn there. Now we just finish up this level. I think we can get another donation.
Seiko Hey sends in $15 and just says, you will need the classic controller. And Ghostboy96 sending in $10 just saying Yoshi noises. So let's go with a bring ha for that one.
So these guys, the damage boost doubles is like getting through that pink one that's swimming around as well. And now this is another room that kills runs. So it's going to be another like swarm of flying guys. And only 2 of them are carrying melons. And they're in random positions, and sometimes they're in the floor. And so the melon just like drops into the abyss after we take these guys out if we get unlucky enough. Or if I take damage.
Oh, no.
All right. And these guys don't come back, so I think this is actually, I think they don't come back. Yeah, that's it, okay. So I'm actually surprised I lasted this long, but lasted this long, but we unfortunately have to officially invalidate this run here. I'm gonna eat a red melon here.
A red melon.
Yoshi! Oh, we get the heart on this screen instead of the melon as well. I guess to add insult to injury, but that's fine. I've lost enough runs to that room to not be mad about it anymore. Except when it happens in a run, which is every time it happens, so I guess I'm always mad about it. Okay, next up is Magma Castle. 6-4. I think it's. You could say it's the hardest level in World 6. Oh wait, no, we're going to Lift Castle. I'm getting like every level wrong when I call it out ahead of time. Okay, this is the actual hardest level in World 6. I was lying about Magma Castle. Or this one's probably the hardest for speedrunners. We're gonna zoom in the camera here to change the cycle on these saw blades so we can get up here without slowing down. Okay. And now we're on a timer, which is that like ticking noise to get a couple extra melons up here. And we are on our way. This is also the fastest World 6 level, or the shortest, I should say. And you just have to kill the 2 enemies in this room in order to get a key. And that'll take us to the second half of this level a little bit later. But before that, we have this cute little rainy room that we have to fall through and eat the melons on the way down. They give you like an umbrella in this room, but the umbrella does nothing except prevent you from fluttering. So we're gonna skip over that. And here we go. Excellent, okay. We are on our way. And you saw me at the top, I hit the warp there as like a safety just in case I missed one of those melons. I'd be able to warp back to the top and try again. Thankfully, we didn't have to do that. Okay, that's the one info block we get to hit in the run because we just leave the room before he has the chance to talk. And this is the one egg shot that you're actually gonna see ricochet off of something. There it goes. For all the Yoshi's Island fans out there.
I loved it.
Especially the one on the couch. Thank you, Carl.
Is there just no setup? Like, is there just no time that it is better to do ricochet shots?
You usually just can't. Like, eggs normally don't ricochet except off of a select few things.
Oh.
Okay, now this room has an extremely difficult auto-scroller skip. We're normally supposed to ride this platform across, but we have like a really specific setup to skip this guy, so let's see if I can get in. I'm just gonna focus for a second. Watch the grape. Oh, I need that. All right, pretty much good. All right, let's get this last one here. Oh, there it is. That melon sometimes likes to despawn, but we are good. Grab a few extra eggs here. And this is the last room. We're just gonna play another melon stack minigame. This one's also pretty mean because it's a World 6 one. And check this out. How are you ever gonna find this up here? Look at that. What? And that's just for 2 extra melons. It's things like that where I think they just like ran out of places to put melons, so they come up with some obscure nonsense. Okay, and again, since it's a World 6, they're coming down one at a time here. And aside from that, this one's pretty easy. There's just like one of those blowy clouds that tries to block you here, but it's not that bad. Oh, I actually kind of messed it up, but come on, baby. There we go. Okay, last melon here. Poochie kindly hints the location of that last melon. And we are back in the Bowser fight. Same deal as usual. I'm actually gonna try the trickier strat here for the first egg shot. I'm gonna do the angled egg shot. Okay, it didn't work. And that's why we don't do that strat. I just wanted to try it. It like used to be consistent, but the angle is so specific that I think like as the notches wear down on my GameCube controller, like the gate around the stick, it kind of changes the angle. It doesn't really allow me to get the shot. But you know, we're having fun, so I got a little ambitious. And we're done with the 3rd lap. 1 lap to go. All right. Once again, ending cutscene. Let's get a couple donations in while we're waiting for this.
We are continuing to see some love coming in for Yoshi and for you, Dan. So we have Kat and Joe sending in $30 saying, we named our new kitten Melon, specifically after Dan's All Melons run. Happy to see All Melons at GDQ.
I can't believe it. That warms my heart.
And $25 from Cariella saying, Yoshi's Story was my favorite game as a kid. So fun to see it in SGDQ. We also have $100 from Casual Cheese saying, Games Done Quick is one of my favorite times of year. Here's my first contribution to getting us to $1 million. By the way, we are over $25,000 raised for MSF already so far, so thank you all so much for that.
All right, we're heading into 1-4 Tower Climb. Very vertical level as implied by the name. We're gonna try to avoid riding these propeller platforms. There's a couple we have to ride, but if we can just make the jump without it, then we're gonna do that instead, just because they're quite slow. Get up there, skip this one, and then we have to grab this one. And just ride this up for a few seconds. I love the music in this stage as well. It's actually the same as the water levels, but just every song in this game is super good. And now you have to like hit this trigger here, which creates those 2 melons. We'll get back to those later. I'm gonna do a trick here that I don't actually do in runs because it only saves half a second, but it looks cool and this run is bad, so I'm gonna attempt it. I failed anyway. All right. Just trying to redeem myself a little bit. Okay. If you accidentally touch that umbrella, the run's dead. Like, you need to be able to flutter in this part. I honestly don't know. Like, I wish I could show you the umbrella. It's extremely adorable, but it does absolutely nothing but prevent you from fluttering.
You can't get rid of it.
And you can't get rid of it until you leave the room. All right. Now we have some tricky jumps on these red balls. Again, you're supposed to like lick these in order to flip up on top of them, but it's slow. So instead, we're just going to try to use them as platforms. But they make for very small platforms. Okay. Watch the watermelon. Excellent. All right, now there's a vase in here. Leads to a flutter mini game. Let's get another donation in.
Sure thing. I have $890 here from Marco and Stefan that reads, "We didn't need anything for our birthday, so we decided to collect and donate money for charity. Greetings from Germany." Thank you all so much for that. And
Thank you.
happy belated birthdays. We also have $25 from Gekka saying, "It's summertime. It's SGDQ time. It's time to remind everyone watching to stay hydrated." I've heard that melons are a pretty hydrating fruit. They have a lot of water in them.
It's very true. And in case you're wondering what kind of melon this is, it's called a musk melon. You know, it's like that classic Asian melon that you see in a lot of Japanese games. Like Pac-Man, for instance. Okay. We got one of those cool like turnip egg shots to get up there and then just tongue jump across those clouds. And this last room, you have to use these blower clouds in order to get up to the top of the room. It's pretty interesting, but it's really easy to like accidentally eat these other fruit that are floating around because you can't see where you're going. So I'm just gonna like try to use my egg crosshair to scroll the camera upwards and make sure that I steer clear of those fruits before I accidentally lick out of a flutter and eat one. See if I can make that. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in here to get this cloud to like activate a little more quickly so I can get by sooner. I have one last grab hang here. Grab the heart. All right. Yoshi! I guess I'm getting in the spirit finally. All right. Next up we have Jelly Pipe. But in the meantime, I think we can get another donation in.
All right, we have $50 from The Sound Defense. Congratulations to Dan Salvato for finally getting Yoshi's story into a GDQ. I suppose I can now forgive you for giving me nightmares with your game. Good luck and bring ha!
I'm almost glad that it took a while for this game to get in because when I was first submitting it, record was I think an hour and 48 minutes. It's now an hour and 39 minutes. We've improved the run by 9 minutes, and not through like major skips, just by getting better at the game. And so I'm really glad that I, get to show the game off a little bit closer to its maximum potential. Okay, we have this jam again. And this might be the longest level before you get a single melon, but this is the first one in here. And this is interesting. We can like put dents in it with our eggs in order to run across while avoiding those. This box, you're supposed to push over and use it as like a stool, but since we can gain height on our flutters, we can just ground pound it early and do that to get up there. That was like one of the first tricks I ever figured out in this game. And when I did that for the first time, I was like, yo, this game might actually be cool. And have something to rub in the face of the Yoshi's Island players at the time who did nothing but make fun of this game. Okay, that was kind of the story of how I started running this. I got into Yoshi's Island speedruns, or watching them anyway, thanks to people like Trihex and Carl Sagan. But I grew up with Yoshi's Story, and I was always really fond of this game. And I looked up runs for it to see if there was anything cool, and all there was any percent. And the any percent run for this game is like 12 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I was so disappointed because I was like, there's so much cool stuff in this game, and you just have this one like 12-minute run. And that's what inspired me to look into routing like closer to 100% category for this game, which became all melons. And that was 11 years ago, and well, here we are now, I guess.
This
All right.
is clearly the better 2D Yoshi speedrun.
These ghosts, by the way, they are controlled by me. They actually fly in the opposite direction that I'm holding the control stick. And so as I'm trying to get past them, I sort of try to, I have to move Yoshi, but I also have to angle them in specific ways to like try to keep them out of the way. Like here, I try to keep them low so I can, come on, thank you. Yeah, so that's a pretty interesting mechanic. I think it's cool that they put it in there. I would like to see like more of that in platformer games. Just your control stick also controls like other things on the screen, and you have to manage that at the same time as moving your character. I think it's a really cool mechanic. You can turn this off in this game. Probably should have done that a while ago, but I like it there. Now we push more boxes. And again, how are you ever going to figure out where to push this? Like, look how far I have to push this in order to get the melon out of it.
It's a puzzle.
Yes. You can call it that.
Fun puzzle.
Good old, like, 90s puzzle design in video games. And here I zoom in the camera because that actually keeps this spawned in while waiting for that melon to come out. If I don't zoom in the camera there, then that just despawns and I never get that melon.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You would think that zooming in the camera reduces the spawn radius, but it actually increases it. It's kind of weird and backwards like that. Okay, watch the apple. And see if I can get this jump. That one's pretty inconsistent. It's probably frame perfect. I just wanted to be the first instance of saying frame perfect, this GDQ. There we go. And push this one in, and there's just one melon here. That actually makes me go faster. I'm not just doing it for fun.
Is that water or is that a ghost?
I don't know. It's goo.
Okay, that's good.
Yoshi!
Okay, next up is Poochie and Nippy. It's another snow level. This one's really charming. It has like these shy guys in the background with earmuffs, and they like throw snowballs at you. This game is just so adorable in so many ways. We have time for another donation.
Sure thing. I do have a quick update that we have opened another incentive, and that is to add Sir Junkin to enter the Gungeon. That is $5,000, and y'all have already raised over $1,300 towards that, so y'all are crushing it. Thank you so much. And we also have $5 from Root Sight saying, love that Yoshi's story made it to SGDQ this year. Looking forward to the rest of the week. Me too, Root Sight, me too. This is amazing.
Thank you. Okay, and there's one like little weird, I don't know what to call it, bowling mini game right here. And I've like lost world record pace runs because I missed that egg shot, because I used to try to do it like full speed, and eventually I just got fed up with it and just stopped moving in order to aim that egg shot. Oh yeah, this is kind of funny. You can like, you see Yoshi like almost fall in when running off the platform there, but he doesn't actually fall in. Okay. Now we have these seesaw platforms. We have a pretty cool maneuver here where we ground pound to break that bubble and grab it like that. We are on our way. Watch the watermelon. I'm just gonna fill up my egg inventory here. And let's see, this level has like a lot of individual rooms where you can sort of select your path. And I think what you're supposed to do to stay on the right path is follow Poochie, like wherever Poochie's sitting, and he sort of guides you. Oh my God, I was so close to eating that grape. All right. And if you take the wrong path, then it usually just takes you to like a less lucrative and more challenging room or something like that. Okay, push these two boxes together. And we have these seagulls. They're like trying to drop bombs on me. And they also appear in random spots, so they can be kind of annoying. This next room is quite difficult. I have some very specific egg shots to break these blocks in the correct fashion to get through here. Grab that melon. I'll just play this safe and wait for this guy. Okay. Grab that. And this next room is also quite difficult. Again, we have to land on, use those red balls as platforms. We are actually going to lick this one to get up, and you can see what that looks like. Then we're just going to jump over, try to land on this one, grab that heart fruit. Okay. Then there's a bunch of seagulls like harassing you here. All right, now we have to push this box for quite a long time, so let's get another donation or two.
Sure thing. I do want to shout out some of our maybe unsung heroes. We do have some anonymous no comment donations. So $100 from anonymous no comment, $100 from anonymous no comment, $1,000 from anonymous no comment, $250 from Tammy no comment, and $60 from Grubane no comment. Thank you all so much. You don't have to enter anything to share the love with us.
All right, last room here. Again, these seagulls are random. Sometimes you can like sort of use them as platforms. It worked out pretty well that time, I would say. All right, now we're coming into the last mid-boss of this run, and here he is.
Yes.
My fiery breath is very hot. Those spiked balls are certainly not.
What does that even mean?
Thank you.
Yoshi!
So Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but currently it's a tied record, right, for this game?
We were tied down to the second. It's me and Meaty, a Japanese player who is unbelievably talented and has pushed this game to greater limits every time he comes back to it. Just before SGDQ, he improved the time by another handful. So as soon as I'm done here at SGDQ, I'm gonna go right back home and take the record back.
And you are the world record holder for any percent, right?
Yeah. All right, Jungle Hut.
My favorite song.
I love this song. But it's gonna be interrupted for a second for another awesome song. There's an Easter egg in this room. If you hit the spiders with your eggs, then it like toggles different instruments on and off so you can hear them like play solos. There we go, those are some difficult tongue jumps to get up there. Excellent. Okay, so this level, there's 6 huts and they have 5 melons each in them. Another one of those fun open area levels where you can go anywhere. And all the huts have very unique designs, like this one. Nom nom. I think this is the only spot in the game where like the chain chomp is an enemy of some kind, and they used it in an incredible fashion. Okay, grab a couple extra eggs here. And we're gonna be grabbing all 3 special hearts in this level. They're pretty easy to get, they're all in this hub room. Here's the first one. Just a little bit flutter and throw an egg at it like that. Now we're coming in here. This is one of the huts where you have to collect all of the coins in order to get the last melon. And these were pretty tricky to route because of the square shape of them. It's not like a left to right thing, so we have to decide like which coin, like when to go left and right, and switch sides and stuff like that. Pretty interesting challenge. Whoops, gotta tongue jump that. Make sure the camera's kind of to the left here. See if this egg shot works out. Excellent. Watch the watermelon. Okay. Those stilt shy guys are from Yoshi's Island, right, Carl?
Yep, they are. I love them.
Okay. That one's easy to miss, especially since it like blends in with this the fruit wheel. Okay, we got a beehive, but we're just gonna jump over this guy. Well, gotta wait for this guy to get out of the way now. Okay. This. And get a little egg shot there. Leave this one through the floor. Whoops, I didn't mean to go up there. That's fine. Yeah, so these huts, in part, I mean, we sort of just do them in a counterclockwise circle, but they're partially planned out for convenient heart fruit spawns as well. Like that one there helps out quite a bit. Okay, 2 more huts to go. Watch the watermelon, okay. There's one here in these blocks. I also have to get all the coins in this hut. Okay, one hut to go. I just want to make sure I have 6 eggs going into this last hut. And we have a cool tool of egg shot here before that. If we get the right angle, we can grab that special heart on the way up and just make our way back into here. If you miss, then you can just cancel the shot and get it manually. Okay, grab these. And this is pretty difficult, so I'll focus for a second. Nice. All right. Only have a couple more levels to go. We got Shy Guy's ship, and then we have Magma Castle. Let's get a couple donations in.
I can do that for you. I have $1,000 from Anonymous saying, be excellent to each other. And $100 from Not Morning Joe saying, remember to check if your employer matches donations so you can donate more money to Doctors Without Borders. And $50 from Anonymous, thank you, so saying, so excited to see the event in person this year. Hi from the crowd. Hello, I'm waving at you.
All right. So the gimmick of this stage is there's like these pirate ships in the background that shoot bombs at you. The funny thing is we can just scroll them off screen and despawn them instantly. Here they come. Just kidding. And when you see me change direction like that, I actually like flutter for a few frames because starting a flutter kills your momentum, and I take advantage of that to turn around more quickly. We call that a pivot. That way we don't have to despawn. Okay. Grab this one up here. Useful heart fruit. All right. I call this one the successor to the Nintendo Switch. Oh, I messed it up. Wait, no, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. That's all right. Whew, watch the watermelon. Okay, there's a couple more ground pound melons here. We intentionally do like, well, except for this one, but that last one I didn't do the dustless ground pound because when you're super happy ground pounding, it breaks the bubbles and defeats the enemies, and so that gets them out of the way for me. Okay, grab this right here, watch the banana. And we got a race minigame coming up. This is probably my favorite one. You need to get to the top of this room using those red balls, but again, we don't want to lick them because it's slow. So we do some difficult platforming here to get up. I gotta focus on this for a second. All right, that was pretty clean. Okay, this next room, we just got a couple more of these guys carrying the melons in the air. We gotta grab this heart as well, which is a little deceptive to get because those blue blocks sort of get in the way. Oh, there goes that melon straight into the pit. We're gonna get that back. I think we can respawn this one. Usually the flying ones you can respawn, but I don't know exactly where it's going to end up. Oh, there it is. Grab that, and I'll grab this as well just to keep my egg count in check, just in case. Okay, now we're gonna finish this level up real quick. Just some ground pound melons on these blue blocks while these gold bells are shooting at you. Break that one for the last special heart. Okay. And this last melon's kind of a troll because this vase, the top of that vase is like really large, and it's easy to, when you go to ground pound that last melon, you accidentally land on the vase, and then you push down to ground pound, and then you just go back in the vase and get taken back to the beginning of the level. And we've lost runs to that too. Okay. But anyway, we have one level left in the run. It's going to be Magma Castle. And I think it's a pretty good one to end this run on. We have an auto-scroller skip at the end that saves like a minute and a half. And it's a really cool level design as well. But before then, let's get a couple donations in because the beginning is pretty slow.
All right, Pariah 1165 sends in $25 saying, what is Couch and Dan's favorite fruits and why is it raspberries? Shout out to everyone bringing us a great week of fun and speed runs.
It's raspberries.
It's honestly raspberries.
Oh my goodness. What a call out.
It's just the right choice.
We also have $50 from Calamity Nolan saying, why didn't the Yoshi enemy go to the party? Because he was a shy guy. Aww. Thanks so much for that. I love the Yoshi puns and jokes.
All right, we got another one of these dragons that you're supposed to ride across the lava, but just like the last one, we're gonna really wake him up and then skip him. All right.
Oh, bye, friend.
I call this one the Blue Ballet. Watch the watermelon. Oh, that's not. Wait, hold on. Who do you think you are? I am. Okay. It's like a little smiley face. Yeah, that made a smiley face. Yeah. So these pipes that like shoot out the lava are actually like really inconvenient. Oh, hold on, watch the watermelon. Okay. Whew. Yeah, but usually they're on like a manageable cycle. And you have to get like a really good jump there to sneak through there without getting hit. And we'll take another heart fruit here, just to get through there. Okay. And we actually like stop and throw that one extra high so that we don't break those watermelon bubbles and accidentally eat those instead. All right, here come the boys. There they are.
It's the boys.
What are you? Oh man, these platform cycles are a bit messed up, but I think I can manage. Okay, so this is like, there's a whole maze of boxes that you have to push around while these guys bounce around. Thankfully, we have like a decent route and camera movement to mostly keep them out of the way. We got our last letter coming up as well.
R.
Okay, there go those guys. Now we push these two together. Again, who's ever going to figure this out? It's unbelievable. And then this one, you ground pound. As if like it couldn't be obscure enough on what to do here.
It's just so you spend more time with the boys.
That's true. Okay. You know what they're actually called, wolsk?
No.
They're called attacky sacks. Yes. Okay, so now we have to crawl under these saw blades. It's actually really difficult to like get the control stick angle where you start crawling, but you still like maintain your run speed. And this is also the room where we're gonna have the auto scroller skip. Grab this. So now these guys, their flames come up, and you're supposed to stay in between the flames as they saunter along, but we can use hiking on the flutter and not get crushed there. Okay, we're good, and we despawn them, and now when we come back, they're just gonna be gone, and we can take that entire track just running through at full speed. I'm gonna take damage there on purpose, just used iframes to get back. And here we go. And this is the very last bit of the run. After we take some extra damage there, I guess. Okay. And that is it. So we just have the last Bowser fight to go. And we stop the timer once we reach the high score screen. So I'll let you know when that's coming up. Okay, I thought that was gonna be too far away, but we're fine.
The final Bowser Jr. fight.
Grab that for good measure, why not? Okay, and now, looks like there's a lot of people in the room still, so I guess I did a pretty good job. Yeah, but thank you so much, everyone. This has been Yoshi Store All Melons. It's, again, been an absolute dream to be up here and show off this run. Thank you so much, everybody.
You killed it, Dan.
This invigorates me so much. I can't wait to get home and keep grinding for better and better times in this game. And we're gonna have time coming up in just a moment here after this screen. Ready, and time. That's not how you spell SGDQ. There we go. All right, and what was our final time?
Your final time was 1:46:40.
Overestimate, let's go. First run at SGDQ overestimate. It was that RNG and Shy Guy Limbo. That was like the worst that I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, let's try to not get too far behind schedule. So I'm not gonna keep you for too long. But again, thank you so much, and thank you to the Yoshi Story speedrun community and everyone who took time out of their day to watch and support. If you are interested in speedrunning this game, first of all, don't start with all melons. That is a horrible decision. Start with any percent. It's a sub 20 run. It's very accessible and friendly. If you want to just get your hands on this game and do a nice little casual speed run, please feel free. You can find us on speedrun.com, and we have a Discord server linked there as well. So feel free to join that, and we will help you get started running this game. Anything that you guys want to shout out?
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you as well. All right, everyone, see you. I'll be around at the event all week. I'll be commentating a couple other runs. So I hope you keep having a wonderful SGDQ, and I hope to see you around soon.